Thank you for joining us at Smartyink Workshop Makes Me. Ah!
Hi everyone, welcome back to Smartyink Workshop. Today we are coming straight to you from the land of comics. As you can see, we are bringing you the Joker. And this was super fun. So stay tuned, watch the video, and see how we make this guy. Alright already, enough clowning around. Let's get to work. We will begin as always blocking out the shape of the Joker face here, and as you see, we have a new addition to our sculpture. I have inserted some acrylic eyes for our viewing pleasure. I'm so excited to be able to sculpt something without following guidelines or trying to create a likeness of something. This just feels good to just be able to create some organic shapes and let my hands do the molding and let my eyes be the judge of when to stop and what's good and what's not. I've never sculpted a face with acrylic eyes inserted in before, so I'm finding it easier to just get where I need to go and get the dimensions right and just move on. This has been a really quick moving sculpture for the most part, and I'm happy about that. Wrinkles and skin texture are literally my favorite things to sculpt, so let's get cracking and make this guy look gnarly. Okay, this face is looking so creepy. That like squinty eye with the wide open eyes, giving me the creeps. This guy is a lunatic. Let's not see him anywhere in a dark alley. Thanks. I know some of you may be thinking this guy is all over the place when he's sculpting, but I am all over the place. That's how I sculpt. I don't know how to do it any other way, so if this method is offensive, it's too bad. Enjoy the show anyway. I'm so excited with this final sculpt. Let's get cracking on that mold. As you see here, I finalized the sculpt. It's all ready for the mold. I've gone ahead and liquid masked the acrylic eyes and then went right over them with silly putty to ensure that when I cover this sculpture in clear gloss spray, my eyes do not get damaged because they were expensive and I want to reuse them. So we're going to pull that off, hopefully, and pull the mask off with the putty when I pull it out. So let's see what happens. We're going to spray this sucker, so let's get to it. After having success pulling off the putty and the liquid mask at once and getting a clean eyeball again, I was able to just go directly on there with some Pam and a brush and just get them nice and coated so we do not have any sticking situation when it comes to applying the mold, which you see here has already begun. Now I'd like to take the time to tell you a story of a boy who made a mold and used crappy thin layers of burlap and had the worst cracks after all the work and lost the mold and the sculpture. this boy is me, and this boy has learned. So now what I do is I double up around the edges of my mold where I handle it and where it might take the most pressure. So I will not get any cracks, and I won't be crying in bed for a week. So here we are. And continuing on building up this mold with the hydrocal. I like to get at least 1/2 inch to a 3/4 layer of the plaster between each layer of burlap. So that's my method. Works for me. You can do it how you like it, as long as the burlap is in there and you do have plaster in between, because that is a supporting factor. Now, because I assume this mold will get a lot of use, I'm using more burlap than I usually use. So we have about 8 layers, and some of them are doubled up around the edges. This is the final layer of the burlap, and then we're going to coat it with another 1.5 inches of plaster to make sure everything's in there, solid, smooth, giving it a nice flat top so that you can flip it over and not have to worry about it, tipping over and spilling out all the latex when you are drilling. After it's all cured, we're going to go ahead and remove our clay and our mold from that form. Razor it off, and now we have the inside to deal with. So let's remove this clay and see what we have. Hopefully we have a perfect mold. If not, you're going to hear me screaming from your house. From a perfect mold comes a perfect mask. And here you have it. I've already punched out the eyes, cut some nostrils, and made a space in the mouth for drinking and breathing and all that good stuff. So we are ready for our primer and then our paint job. You might say to yourself, why start with the skin color? Some people would go straight into the white and the grays and then add some flesh tones just to pop it out. I'm doing it this way because I like to see all the tones in a normal skin color underneath. I know he's going to have white makeup on, but underneath you'll be able to see through it, because Joker's makeup, the one I'm doing, is not going to be solid white. It'll be a little bit transparent around the edges, and I want it to look lifelike. So we're going to add all the skin tones, shadows, and all the other nonsense that we need to do. And we're going to go in here in all these creases and cracks and crevices with some violety brown, because we know that's my favorite color to use when painting skin. And you'll see how much dimension it brings out, and after I apply the white makeup, you'll still see it through. So it's worth applying all of the layers, as I said before. Gotta remember to flip them over and get the underside. Get those shadows under the chin and get the neck looking nasty and realistic. Here we're using an acrylic wash in Nocturna Shadow. Super diluted, and we're going to get it into all the crevices and all the little pock marks and craters so we can define the skin texture. Okay, we're going to start really getting into it and adding some black or charcoal tone right into those places where he needs super dark shadows, like around the eyes, and adding some depth to the eyebrow so that I can go over it with green. And here comes the white to make it all pop. He's looking really jokery already. And we're adding the green to the eyebrows, like I said before, and defining some of this lip color with the acrylic red wash. Go over it a few times, and then we will seal this acrylic wash that I'm applying with a clear rubber cement coating so that it does not come off. And I'm super pleased with this paint job, so here's a little sneak peek of what we have up close, and let's move on and get these eyeballs popping. Now we're going into it with a couple of different greens. We're going to end up at the end using a fluorescent yellow in between the iris just to give some definition and to spook people out when you go into the black light at a party. So since the Joker isn't ridiculous looking enough, we're going to give him some gold teeth. Yup, that's right. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited about this paint job. I hope everybody likes it. Let me know what you think in the comments. This is my first organic sculpture in a long time, and it just makes me so excited. Alright, going in with some 5-minute epoxy and getting these eyes glossy, and they look super scary. So here we go, Joker. Let's do it. Halloween is on the way. I will, after the eyes, go over the gold teeth with the same epoxy just to get a nice shiny gloss and make them pop. Now, did you really think I was going to go a mask without applying lashes? I don't think so. The Joker's not getting away with it that easy. Okay, this Joker mask is really scary and super, I don't know, creepy, realistic. It's all of those things. Let me know what you all think of it in the comments, please. I want to know. This thing is scary. I just love cutting this flap off of every mask. So satisfying. There you have it. Okay, everyone, thanks for joining us. I hope you had a good time. I know I had a good time, and I hope you like this mask. Please leave a comment, always like and subscribe, and please share your video because I need the shares and I'm trying to grow my channel, so let's get to work. And I will bring you a lot of fun things in the future. I hope you have a great week. Thank you again for watching my videos. I truly appreciate it. Have fun and stay safe. See you next time.